We have breaking news this morning. We are hearing from the president's son, Hunter Biden. Today, House Republicans wanted to depose Hunter behind closed doors to ask about his business dealings and his financial dealings.
But during remarks outside the Capitol, he again said he is willing to testify in a public hearing, so not this closed-door deposition scheduled that defies that subpoena from House Republicans. Here is some of what he had to say during that appearance just a bit ago.
I'm here today to make sure that the House committee's illegitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies. And I'm here today to acknowledge that I've made mistakes in my life and wasted opportunities and privileges I was afforded. For that, I'm responsible. For that, I'm accountable. And for that, I'm making amends. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist. For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here.
NBC News congressional correspondent Julie Tsirkin joins us now with the latest on this. Hey, Julie, what else can you tell us?
Well, just right now, on the other side of this Capitol, James Comer, Jim Jordan, the two Republican committee chairs leading this inquiry into Hunter Biden, are talking to reporters. They're saying in part that they're going to look to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress, according to our Kyle Stewart, who is there. Now, in order to move forward on this move, of course, the full House would have to first formalize the impeachment inquiry, a vote that they are prepared to take later today in this evening. Speaker Mike Johnson thinks he does have the numbers required in his slim majority in order to pass that, in order to be able to formalize this impeachment inquiry into President Biden. That will give these committee chairs the ability to enforce subpoenas, including the one for Hunter Biden. You heard him speak outside of the Capitol, but what he did not do was go into the closed-door deposition awaiting him just a couple of steps from where he was. He left. He said instead that he would testify in a public setting, as he's been willing to do, in part because he believes that the committee Republicans will not accurately describe and depict what he told them in private. Now, we also heard from Jamie Raskin, who is the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee. He spoke just a couple of minutes ago, calling on James Comer, the Oversight Committee chairman, to release all transcripts of all 16 witnesses the committee deposed behind closed doors, saying only 2 of those have since been released, sort of tying the argument that Hunter Biden and his lawyer are making for why they won't appear before the committee before closed doors. So all of this to say, Democrats have their position, which is that the committee has not been able to link any evidence of wrongdoing between Hunter Biden and his father, Joe Biden. Republicans, meanwhile, pursuing 2 separate things here. One, formalizing the impeachment inquiry that was started under then House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in September. At the time, they did not have the votes to formalize the inquiry. They did not have the necessary Republicans to get that process going. And at the same time, continuing these closed-door depositions, trying to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress, as Jim Jordan has indicated they will do. The steps for that next are not yet known. The House is supposed to leave, of course, after this week on recess, so it's not likely that we will see a vote to hold Biden in contempt of Congress take place until the new year.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.